The First Battle of the Marne was an Allied response to what is called the Battle of the Frontiers, which wasn't one single battle, but a series of engagements along the eastern frontier of France and southern Belgium. The Battle of the Frontiers was the German Empire's application of the Schlieffen plan, which was a pincer attack where a large body of German forces would speed through Belgium to attack the lightly defended border with France, and then from the rear attack the larger French forces guarding the German border. The Schlieffen plan was almost a success, ending up pushing the Allied forces back in disarray until they were only 10 miles from Paris. At this point, the Allied forces, already struggling under a fighting retreat, counterattacked, led by Marshal Joffre. This counterattack began the First Battle of the Marne, starting on the 5th of September 1914, with German forces close to Paris but currently halted. The French 6th Army advanced eastwards from Paris, coming into contact with elements of the German 4th Reserve Corps. The French forces initially lost this battle, retreating back towards Paris. The Germans, aware of their tentative position, decided to fall back too. The German High Command, conscious of Allied advances, decided to wheel their forces to the west. By doing so, a gap opened up in the lines. This gap was promptly spotted by Air Reconnaissance Unit. Quick to exploit the opening, the French 5th Army and British Expeditionary Force, BEF, who were south of the French 5th Army, attacked on the 6th of September, with the British force establishing beachhead over the Petit Morin and Marne rivers 5 miles deep. By the 8th of September, the French 5th Army had crossed the Petit Morin and then crossed the Marne the following night, forcing the German 1st and 2nd Armies to pull back to new defensive positions. Allied commanders, hoping to gain a stronger foothold in the region, reinforced with a further 10,000 infantry from Paris, and legend arose of fleets of Parisian taxis ferrying men to the front. As a side note, the taxis charged the French government a total of 70,012 francs for the transport, which the government dutifully paid. The Germans had hoped to still smash the French 6th Army guarding Paris, but the arrival of reinforcements by taxi meant any attempt against those now dug in and prepared forces was fruitless. With the French forces now reinforced, the 5th Army pushed against the German eastern flanks. Von Moltke, the German commander, out of communication with his army headquarters, deployed his intelligence officer to visit these headquarters and assess the situation. On the 8th of September, he learned that the commander of the 2nd Army, worried about the danger of being encircled, would fall back, and on the 9th, after meeting with the Army Chief of Staff of the 1st Army, ordered it to retreat as well. Upon reporting back that the German 1st and 2nd Armies were making preparations for retreat, von Moltke suffered a nervous breakdown. His subordinates took over and ordered a general retreat. The German forces eventually fled 40 miles, then entrenched their positions, all the time pursued by the exhausted Allied forces. Retreat was the end of the Schlieffen plan, and Germany's chances of knocking the French out of the war quickly. Moltke is said to report to the Kaiser, "Your Majesty, we have lost the war," and on the evening of the 9th of September wrote to his wife, "Things have not gone well. The fighting east of Paris has not gone in our favour, and we shall have to pay for the damage we have done." The new front lines became dynamic over the next few months, as each side tried to outflank the other, eventually leading both sides to the coast of the North Sea. At this point, both sides attempted offensives to create holes in the defensive lines of the other. All proved costly without much in the way of gaining a tactical advantage. This led to the formation of the trenches over the winter lull in fighting, and the beginning of trench warfare that was to follow until 1918.